Welcome students. Today I will deliver lecture regarding about the geographical relance. Geographical relance. First of all, I will give the introduction regarding of it. In my introduction, I will flash what is the geography. Then I will show you about the animal maps. Then I shall explain you the definition of the geographical relance. Let's come to know about your introduction regarding your geographical relance. Okay, I already explained. I must explain about the geography in there. First of all, you listen very mindfully and what I explain to you. Geography is the study of geographical distribution of animals. That means geography is concerned with the distribution of animals. Animals means invertebrates and vertebrates. They may be terrestrial or aquatic. There are some 10 lakhs species of animals, and therefore the study of distribution of animals is selective, since it is not possible to cover the study of all the species. Only the geography of about 2% of animals, of all animals, like the land and freshwater, your vertebrates, is discussed in it. Geography is helpful in understanding the evolution, and geography is also helpful in understanding the evolution. You know the term geography. If you analyze this one, you find two different words. One is geology, another one is the geography. Okay? And it is formed combined by these two branches, geography. Okay? Geology plus geography is equal to geography. Okay? Geography is helpful in understanding the process evolution. This process continues until the barriers is reached. The reason for such discontinuous distribution of related groups is due to the development of the barriers or due to the extension of farms in the intermediate area. The vertebrates have the characteristic patterns of distribution on the land masses. Okay, and this is my introduction regarding the your geography, or also comes under the geographical relance. Then you know about the animal maps. If you reveal the different types of animals, especially the vertebrates group of animals, they will be distributed everywhere in our world or on earth. You find the 7 continents. Which are the continents in there? Your North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica. These are the continents. In them you find the different types of animal beings. Okay? And they are distributed in these lands. Some animals also be obtained in your ocean water or sea water. They are also be naming in the different names. However, they will be distributed according to the latitude, longitude, as well as the position of the earth's surface. Animal maps, the distribution of the animals, especially of a family of animals, is depicted in the world map. Such map shows the range of the family or its geographical distribution. This map is called as distribution map. When the range of one particular family is mapped, a similar pattern emerges which shows its distribution either continuous or discontinuous. Continuous or discontinuous distribution. Okay? And having wide ranges or restricted ranges. Okay? Let us reveal the rats and cats. Rats and cats have a continuous distribution with a wide range. At where you find the rats, at the same place you find the cats. And have a continuous distribution with a wide range in there. Similarly, your hawkers, HAWKS hawkers, and also cuckoos, CUCKOOS, have a wide range and continuous distribution. Let us reveal the crow, CROW, Carabus crow. Crow family is also continuous in distribution but has a less wide range, absent from the New Zealand. In the New Zealand you cannot find your black crow, that is absent. But orioles are abundant in the warmer region of the old world and also Australia, but absent from North and South America. You have seen the differences? And beavers are be restricted in the north-south direction. Northern forms are absent from the South America, Africa, Southern Asia, and also Australia. Your calves means your Labiorota, Catla, these are the calves. They are mainly northern and absent from Australia and South America, but found in Africa. Giraffe, long-necked animal. Giraffe family is confined to the Africa. And marmoset monkeys also be restricted within the South America. They would be remaining nearby the Amazon. Otter and shrews are found only with the equatorial forest of the Africa. They are not present in other places. And prongorots are also be found in the northwestern fairy land of the America. As regards your discontinuous distribution with a wide or restricted ranges, the tapir family is worth of the mentioning, and it is found in the Malaya and in the South America. Both areas are wide apart from each other due to large Pacific Ocean. But you find the spaces, the different places. Okay? So what is your zoo geographical relevance? The idea of zoo geography was originally contributed by the B.L. Sclater. B.L. Sclater. Okay? B.L. Sclater initially gave the interest regarding the geography. The idea of geography was originally contributed by B.L. Sclater. He studied your geographical distribution of the birds in his paper called as Schema Distributions Avium Geographica. he divided the continents into 6 your geographical regions. Okay? What are the regions you find in there? Generally, they are based upon the continents. I already explained how much continents you find in the earth. Your North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. In those continents, you find the people are present. But one continent is also be remaining in the world. There is no population of the human being in there. That is called as Antarctica. The entire world has been divided into various regions which contains the specific fauna. Among the animal kingdom, the class Mammalia is much studied and so earth is usually divided in accordance with its characteristics. First of all, an attempt to be divide the earth's surface into different regions was made by P.L. Sclater in 1857. He recognized the 6 regions on the basis of their distribution of the terrestrial vertebrates, chiefly mammals. What are these? Point 1, your Pala-Aquatic regions. Second, the Ethiopian regions. Third, the Indian regions. Fourth, the Australian regions. And fifth, the Neotropical regions. In sixth, Nearctic regions. According to Huxley in 1868, the entire geographical realms can be studied in the 2 heads, such as you are known as the Cretio-Paleogene, other one is Cretio-Neogene. Cretio-Paleogene, in it you find 4 regio. One regio is known as your Pala-Arctica. 2 regio is named as your Ethiopica. 3rd regio is known as Indica. 4th one is the regio of the Australia. And Cretio-Neogene also comprises 2 regio or region. 5 your regio is known as your Nearctica. 6th one is regio Neotropica. In this manner, he differentiated the regions at where the animal beings are obtained. Huxley grouped 4 regions that cover the Africa, Eurasia, Europe plus Asia, Eurasia, and North America are called the unit as your Archipelago. He included the South America and Australia under the Notogaea. It was proposed by Huxley in 1868. Archipelago, your Nearctic province. Point 2, Ethiopian province. 3, Paleoarctic province. 4th, Indian province. These are the provinces which are remaining under the Archipelago. Notogaea, in it you find the 2 provinces. First one is called as Austro-Columbia province. Second one is called as your Australasia province. Australasia province means it included the Australian and Eastern and Paleotropical regions. Okay. According to your Darlington, the continents of the whole world can be divided into but your 6 regions. They are named as your Nearctica regions, Palearctic regions, Neotropical regions, Ethiopian regions, Oriental regions, and lastly Australian regions. Okay? The accepted systems of the continental Eurofaunal regions. First of all, you know the realm, the Megagaia. Megagaia, or sometimes they also be called as the Megagaia. Megagaia. Megagaia, you see the spelling Megagaea, Megagaia. This includes your 4 geographical regions. They would be named as the region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4. 4 regions are there. Region 1, region 1, 2, region 2, 3, region 3, and 4, region 4. Okay, region 1, region 2, and region 3, region 4. 4 regions are there under the Megagaia. This includes 4 geographical regions. Region 1 is called as your Nearctic region. Nearctic region. Nearctic region. This includes the North America and Mexico above the tropics. Region 2 is called as Palearctic regions. Palearctic regions. Okay. Region 2 is known as Palearctic regions. This region comprises the Eurasia, Europe plus Asia, and above the tropics and northern the corner of the Africa. They are belonging on it. Then region 3, that is called as Oriental region. That is called as Oriental region. Oriental region, and this includes the tropical Asia and associated islands. India also belonging under it. That is called as Oriental region. Okay, and 4th one is called as Ethiopian regions. Ethiopian regions. Ethiopian regions, this includes the Africa and southern region of Arabic or Arabia. Okay, in there you find some mammalian organisms. After this, you also find the realm, your Neogaia. The Neo Gaia, this one, the realm 2, it includes one geographical regions. Generally, region 5 belongs under it, that is called as the neotropical regions. Neotropical regions. Neotropical regions. Okay, neotropical region. This includes South America, Central America, southern part of Mexico. Third realm is known as your Notogaea. Notogaea. Okay. Notogaea generally comprises the region 6, that is called as Australian region. That is called as Australian regions. Australian region. Okay? And this is the realm 2. This is the realm 3. Okay? And this realm comprises some regions. Neo Gaia generally comprising the neotropical regions. Notogaea comprises the Australian regions. And region 6 is known as Australian regions. This region includes the Australia, New Guinea, Tasmania, New Zealand, and some neighboring islands. Okay? And this is the your what? Geographic realms. Can you understand what are the geographic realms? In this massive world, apart from the humans and the common animals that we know, these are many species or organisms distributed diversely across the globe. Dissimilar distribution of existing animals, normally vertebrates, usually isolated geographically and also defined by the continents, but sometimes separated by the mountain ranges and other physiographic features, constitutes the geographical realms. Just like a country consists of the states, similarly the whole world is divided into geographical realms, meaning having a characteristic fauna. And this division of the world into the 6 geographical realms was postulated first by the Alfred Russel Wallace, and for this being he was known as the father of biogeography. Alfred. Your Alfred, but your Russell. Alfred Russell. Okay. Alfred Russel Wallace. Title is known as Wallace. You see, in his name you find 3 words: Alfred Russel Wallace. And you know, he is the father of biogeography. Okay, and he initially, to study the entire world of the different population of the different vertebrate species, and the division of the world into these 6 geographical realms was postulated first by him. So, he is the father of biogeography. Formation of such realms emphasizes two factors. Based upon the two factors. One is called as your plate tectonics. Other one is called as changing pattern of distribution of species. Listen again. Formation of such realms emphasizes two factors such as plate tectonics. Second one is changing pattern of distribution of species. On these 2 points, generally your geographical realms is based. According to them, entire fauna of the world would be divided into 6 divisions, and they are also summarized by me initially. 6 divisions of your faunal regions was proposed by the scientist B.L. Sclater in 1857. Sclater regions were later on confirmed by the Wallasey in 1876. The regions are what? Your Palearctic, Ethiopian, Oriental, Australian, Nearctic or Neotropical. Likely you find the 6 different divisions, and these divisions are called as geographical realms. Principally they will be divided into 3 heads. Under 3 heads, first head generally comprising the 4 and others generally each one comprising the 1 region. Totally you find the 6 regions. The 6 regions would be present within the 3 realms. Realms 1, realms 2, realms 3. Okay? Then each of these realms of the regions is your further divided into the sub-regions. Each sub-region is unique on its own, providing optimum environmental contribution or condition for the growth, and the breeding is the diversified group of the organisms. The sub-region under each realms are likely. Today I shall explain you only about the one region that is called as Palearctic regions. Palearctic regions, it is the biggest realm, which is bounded by the sea in west, north and east, and by the Sahara and Himalayas in the south. This region shows wide range of the temperature and rainfall fluctuations, and it includes the 4 sub-regions like European, Mediterranean, Siberian and Manchurian. Okay? Please listen very mindfully to the sub-regions which are placed under your Palearctic regions. First one is the European. It includes the northern and southern Europe, Black Sea, Caucasus. This region is generally represented by 85 families of vertebrates. The peculiar mammals to this region is known as Myogale, that is called as Desmanus. Birds like your tits, wagtails. Some of the mammals like the wolves and moles are the common in this sub-region. Nextly, you know about your Mediterranean. In Mediterranean, you mark there some species also be present. Includes the south of Alps, your Balkans, and your Caucasus, portions of the Arabia, Afghanistan, Sahara Desert, and Balochistan, up to the bank of the Indus. This sub-region is characterized by 124 families of terrestrial vertebrates, including birds like Upupa and pasture, and mammals like wild ass, porcupine, hyena, etc. Okay? Then next point is Siberia. Siberian is your sub-region. It includes your Caspian Sea to Kamchatka and Bahrain Straits from your Arctic Sea to Himalayas. It comprises of the 94 vertebrates of families. Mammals confined to this region are antelopes, reindeer, seal, known as the Phoca siberica. This species is available in the Siberian regions. Okay? Lastly, in the Palearctic regions, the sub-region is known as Manchuria. It includes the Korea, Japan, and your Manchuria up to the Amur rivers and the China up to the Necking mountain, and there you find different species also be remain like the mammals, the Tibetan langur, great panda, Chinese water deer, which one is called as hydropods, are also unique to this region, and these organisms are restricted within the Manchurian sub-regions. Okay, and this is the total description regarding the animal beings which are present within the Palearctic regions, and that is remaining one realm. Okay, and remember, you find importantly three realms: realm 1, realm 2, realm 3. In realm 1, you find the first your Megagaia, spelling Megagaea. Secondly, you find Neogaia. Thirdly, you find Notogaea. Okay, and these three realms comprising the different type of organisms. Realm 1, which one is called as Megagaea. Megagaea. The realm 1. Neogaea is the realm 2.